Again, thank you for joining us today. I'm your host, Jennifer Nunez. I also have our Ecom Engine Marketing Manager, Colleen Qualbaum, to help us today with the questions. And let me go ahead and share a little trivia about myself today. So, I've been supporting Amazon sellers for almost 7 years now through Ecom Engine, right? My first Amazon purchase was a book. It was Inbound Organization by Dan Tyre and Todd Hackenberry. And yeah, I'm a barista at home. This pandemic has taught me to master my own latte, so I don't have to go out there and go to any coffee shop to get my favorite latte. So that's it about me. Let's go ahead and revisit some of the data that we got from last year. And we actually did some further analysis from Q4 of 2020 on how the increase in order volume translated into product reviews throughout the holiday season. And throughout Q4 of 2020, FeedbackFive customers received more reviews in the week or so following the high volume of shopping days. Now, as expected, reviews dropped a bit during the week of Thanksgiving because almost everyone, including me, has a long weekend. But we saw an increase in reviews received the following week. And the biggest week for reviews was the first week of January 2021, just a couple of days after Christmas holiday. So keep in mind, November and December are gift giving season that you need to take advantage of, and you need to make sure that you schedule your review request to be sent after the gift is most likely received by your buyers or their recipient, right? So for example, you set your review request in mid-November to 30 days after delivery date, then in mid-December, change it again to 10 days after the delivery date. Right. So adjusting your email timings and automating your campaigns gives an optimal chance to increase your number of reviews on Amazon. And that's one way FeedbackFive can help. Adjusting your timings in FeedbackFive is very intuitive. And you have the analytics page as well in FeedbackFive to see the impact of the changes that you've made in your campaigns. But regardless of when you send the review request, it's most important that you're asking for reviews on every order, right? When it comes to Amazon reviews, it's equally important to have recent and relevant reviews. Now, customer reviews provide a word of mouth and style social proof of your products. Shoppers often rely on experiences shared by previous buyers when making and purchasing a product, including me. So I most of the time, a lot of buyers, including me, would look into those most recent reviews before we make any purchasing decisions. So requesting for reviews regularly is critical to the continued growth of your Amazon business. And of course, a few more stats to share with you is that almost 80% of reviews are left after the buyer receives an email asking for reviews. So it's important that you're requesting for reviews and take advantage of this holiday feedback frenzy, especially now that Amazon has made it so easy for sellers to simply leave a rating versus a full review with comments. You just need to make sure that you're asking for ratings and reviews on every relevant order. Now, with the holiday shopping season approaching, you're likely to have a big increase in your order volume. So take this opportunity to reach out to your buyers. Even though buyers have 90 days to leave feedback, the seller only has 30 days from delivery to ask for feedback and reviews. Also, a good seller reputation helps you win the buy box. It's important to leverage your high volume of sales to get as much feedback as possible. Whether you have a perfect feedback rating or not, building a buffer does help protect your rating. One negative feedback doesn't have to mean the difference between a great seller reputation and a questionable one. The more positive feedback you have, the less impact that one negative feedback will have on your overall feedback score. So again, now is the time to capitalize on those high volume of orders to increase your seller feedback and product reviews. Just make sure that you're following Amazon's communication guidelines and you're not at risk on getting restricted. All right. Now, you're probably wondering why thousands of Amazon sellers worldwide uses FeedbackFive. And as an Amazon seller, it can be tough to keep up with the Amazon policies. And that's why we're here to help and educate and support sellers that are using Feedback5. Thousands of sellers use us to stay up to date and be compliant with all the latest Amazon policies. We also make sure that our innovation aligns with what's required by Amazon. We also support 17 international marketplaces, which makes it easy for you to manage feedback and reviews across all your Amazon stores, each with tested language specific email templates. And you can also automate the Amazon request a review button in Feedback5, which is proving to get excellent results. And in a recent case study that we did with a random sample of 1,200 Feedback5 customers, we saw a 41% increase in daily reviews within 10 days of activating the Amazon Request a Review campaign in Feedback5. And since the Request a Review comes directly from Amazon, you don't have to worry. You'll never have to worry about breaking any Amazon communication guidelines. And what a better way to show you how sellers trust Feedback5 is to see us at the Amazon App Store. We currently rank #1 there. So we're really excited to support you. Check us out at the Amazon App Store. Right? Now let's go ahead and jump into the Feedback5 tool and start our software demo. Right? All right. I hope everyone can see the Feedback5 dashboard. If not, please let us know. And thank you again for those who've joined us today. All right. So the Feedback5 sign up and setup process will probably take you 2 minutes or less, right? Once you've completed the sign up process, give us 24 hours or less to import your orders. And while waiting for your orders to be imported, you can explore your dashboard. I highly recommend looking into the drop down beside your name. You'll have your account here. And if you click this, it will bring you to your account information, where you can add stores, add users, and check your service plan. This is where you can also upgrade and downgrade your service plan at any time. You'll have your app notifications here, letting you know what you need to activate to optimize the use of Feedback5. You also have your news for Amazon policy updates, promotions, and tips and tricks that we have. And of course, the timestamp here on the activity page. And so every time that we do something in your Feedback5 account, there is a timestamp for you to look at. All right. Now, if you're ready to get started with your templates or campaigns, you just have to go ahead and go to emails and campaigns, or go to your templates. A lot of sellers that I work with would normally go to templates to create their own template from scratch. But if you're the type of sellers just looking into, going ahead and have something ready right away, it's as simple as going into our emails and then campaigns. You'll notice that we do have default campaigns that you can readily use. All right. Here we have here 3 options for you: the seller feedback request, the Amazon feedback and review request, and the product review request here. The wizards are the customized templates that you can use. And for a hassle-free approach, especially for those who are just starting to sell on Amazon, and if you haven't used any software before to request for reviews, I highly recommend using the Amazon feedback review request. So this is how the template looks like. All right, so this is an Amazon template. It's a non-customizable, no reply template, but you love the Amazon feel to it. It will automatically populate your store name, your product name. You have the product review link on top. The product image will load here as well, and your seller feedback link. All of this information will automatically load once the email is sent to an actual buyer. Don't forget to review the instructions that have been laid out here by Amazon. This will also be available in the campaign settings. We'll jump into that later on after we go to each of the templates that we have. So if you're looking for a hassle-free template, 100% Amazon compliant, set it and leave it, go with this template and campaign, and I'll show you how to activate this later on. But before that, let's go into our customized templates. The wizard is our customized template in Feedback5, and let's use the product review request as our sample, all right? Some of you are probably still wondering the difference between product review and seller feedback. Product review is about a review or feedback about your individual product, and seller feedback is the review of your store as a whole and you as a seller. All right. Now, a lot of private label and brand registered companies would like to focus on their product reviews. And that makes sense because they want to protect their product, they want to protect their brand. The Feedback5 template here allows you to be able to customize the content here. If you need help or guidance on template compliance, your help center in Feedback5 has the checklist. And we do also have a very supportive customer success team that offers onboarding and account review support. We also provide email, chat, and phone support to review your templates just to make sure that you are within Amazon policy. But going back to the template here, you'll notice that you can edit this template. This is good for a lot of seller who wants to build engagement with your buyers on Amazon, especially if you're in the categories like electronic, health and beauty, arts and crafts, or um, consumable products. You want to make sure that you hear what your customer is saying about your products before leaving a review. Then you can do that. You can customize your subject line here. You can add your company logo. If you want to make more changes like advanced options to change your product review length, go ahead and click the switch to advanced editor. Right? So the advanced editor allows you to be able to access our shortcut tags where you can custom your links like into a feedback and feedback link with stars or product review link with stars. You can also have both links in one email if you want to. So you have these options here for you to choose. You also have a call to action to contact us if you want to include this in your template, just to emphasize to your buyers that they can reach out to you directly if they have any concerns before leaving a review. All right. We have an image library for your company logo. We do have a document library, which is the links to document if your product requires warranties, product instructions, or manual. You'll be able to insert them here in your Feedback5 template. Once you're done with that, just make sure to go ahead and save your template and rename it. You can also click preview. So notice that once your orders are imported, you can do an actual preview with an order number, and the product information will be inserted here in your template. Let's just go ahead and try to fix this template to show you how it looks like. All right, right here. So you'll be able to change this. Let's change this into a product review link with stars. All right. And click preview again. And this is how it's going to look like. You can send a test email to yourself or to your colleagues. Just keep in mind that this product image will only populate was an email sent to an actual buyer, right? If you're all good with your email templates, hold your horses. Do not send your emails first. Go ahead and visit our exclusions. I think this is one of the great features in using Feedback5 is that you get to visit our exclusions features just to include or exclude certain parameters like exclude orders that are shipped late from solicitation, especially this busy season, exclude orders that are shipped out of the country, by SKU if the product is end of life or you're no longer carrying them or defective SKUs, by order number or by email. If your customer service team is working on a particular customer, you can also exclude them here. And once that is done, just make sure to save changes, then go back to your emails and campaigns, and you can already start activating your campaigns. Just make sure to click the campaign name itself. So for the Amazon feedback and review request, this is a constant reminder every time you click this campaign. It will pop up to remind you that this template can only be sent once. The template can only be scheduled between 5 to 30 days. So here in the timing, 5 to 30 days after delivery date. And a message will not be sent if the buyer has already left a product review or a seller feedback for that order. All right. I think that works for your advantage as well as a seller. You'll also notice that we exclude refunded orders. So that's also an advantage in using Feedback5. And if an email has been sent using Feedback5, we also exclude them here. And you may adjust the number of days when the order was created. The value of this is that if you've used another tool, if you've sent emails manually to request for reviews, you might want to adjust the number of days when the order was created so you can avoid sending multiple emails to your buyers. And just make sure to save it, and then you can go ahead and just simply scroll the button in your campaigns page, and your emails will go out from the oldest to the newest once your campaign is activated. Okay. Now, don't worry. the emails that are going out using FeedbackFive will be here in your scheduling page. So you'll be able to see the associated order number to the campaign, and the status of the emails that are going out are also here. If you want to use exclusions features that we have here, you can also do that. All right. You can easily search by order number. And if you want to exclude certain buyers or send emails manually, you can do that. All right. I think I've said a lot of things for this demo, but let me go ahead and pause first before we go to the analytics. Does anybody have a question before I go ahead with the analytics? You see here we have a lot of questions. Yes, we're going to send a recording of the webinar as soon as we are done today. We'll make sure to get the recording and send that to everyone. All right. Let me just go ahead and, all right. So we'll make sure to rehash your questions later on. And I think Colleen is also answering to some of the questions that you have in our chat. I'll go ahead and show you now the analytics page that we have. All right. And I think this is a milestone for us in FeedbackFive as well, since Amazon has removed the open rate and click-through rate. We've worked hard, our product team, our developers have worked hard to show this to you so that you'll have something to see how the impact of the emails that you're sending, either all campaigns, either individual campaigns, certain range of days, product reviews, or seller feedback. You get to see the trends of the emails that are going out versus the positive and negative reviews that you're getting. So if you haven't used any software before, it's a good table to see or graph to see how the spike of emails can get you spike of reviews using FeedbackFive. And you get to drill it down by total ratings, average ratings, by seller feedback as well. And seller feedback will show you count versus your percentage for the last 12 months. You'll have this information as well here. And of course, at the end of the day, when you're soliciting for reviews and feedback, we want that to correlate to your orders on Amazon. It should resonate that if you have a lot of product reviews, positive reviews for your product, that you're also getting a lot of repeat buyers or unique buyers on your Amazon store. So we have here the blue line that shows you the spike of orders that you're getting versus the positive and negative product reviews that you're getting. At the bottom here, you have the analytics or a few information about your average ratings, just basically aligning the volume of orders to your average ratings, to the positive and negative product reviews, and of course, your positive and negative seller feedback. Both of these are downloadable via CSV. And if you want to drill down or just dive into individual product reviews, just go ahead and click the product reviews icon. All right. So in FeedbackFive, we go back as far as 90 days to import your product reviews. Simply click Add Remove ASINs. You'd be able to copy and paste your parent ASINs here one per line. Wait for your catalog to be imported. During the provisioning of your account, you can select the ASINs here or add an ASIN file. All right. If your catalog is not imported yet, feel free to add your ASINs right away and save changes. It should show you the reviews right away in a few minutes, like 3 to 5 minutes. If you have a few ASINs to start with, you'll see the status here as updated. From processing, it will be updated. Some may be failed. Now you can reach out to our customer success team if you see this error, and we'll look into the back end. If you have a parent ASIN added, you'll see here that we pull the variations for you as well. And all the reviews will be inside the item name. Before I go ahead to the individual reviews, you can also download your reviews for as far as 90 days using the CSV option. And the beauty of this is that you don't have to pay anything extra. If you download all your reviews, you'll have a CSV file that you can create a data filter and use text filters to find into some common words that your buyers are using about your product. If they love it, if they're looking for a certain texture, they like it to be a little soft or something like that, or something sweet if it's food. So you can look into those commonalities if you download all those reviews and create a data filter and drill down into text filters. So right now, speaking of drilling down into reviews, let's click an item here. and it will take us to the individual reviews of this particular product. So this dog collar has about 1,600 reviews. You can use the filter here to easily filter the ratings. You'll notice that you have the verified purchase column. This means that your buyer bought the product and left a review at the same time. Also, just a quick tip for brand registered companies. Right now, if you're not aware of it, Amazon has recently rolled out a feature that you can now contact buyers that left a negative product reviews. So you can check this out in your Seller Central. I think it plays a big role that you have an option now to contact your buyers who left a negative product review. I know it's a big deal to a lot of sellers that you can no longer respond in the commenting section. But for brand, at least Amazon is starting to use, brand registered. You'll have options. Hopefully, it will be available to all of the sellers. But I hope that the brand registered sellers out there can utilize that to contact buyers that left a negative product review. I believe you can offer them a courtesy refund or just contact them about the review and see if you can make amends to them. And you have here the analytics as well. Another options for you for look into commonalities, either interval of days or ratings that you have here, and switch into one product to another to see, why is this product getting a lot of 5-star while this product is getting a lot of 3 stars. So those are, great opportunity to look into. Is it because of product images, product descriptions, or how your customer service team is responding to the Q&A section of your product page? So that might be something that you want to look into or dive into, and hopefully you get best practices that you can replicate across listings that you have on Amazon. And don't forget that in FeedbackFive, not only that you can track only your ASINs, but you can also track your competitors' ASINs. So feel free to add your competitors' ASIN here to see, how they position their products in Amazon as well. As important as your product reviews, don't forget to activate your alerts, because this will keep you on top of what your customers are saying. And like I said, if you receive a negative product review and when you receive this alert, you can go back to your Seller Central if you're brand registered to look into some options that you have to respond on that negative review. So you have here individually via email or a summary at the end or start of the day. And we also have mobile notification or SMS notification for US sellers at the moment. So you can activate this during your business hours if you want to and just save changes. Okay. I'll pause there. We've discussed product reviews and alerts before I jump into seller feedback. Yeah, please let me know if I'm going too fast. I'm going to just read through some questions that we have here. I'll just read one of the questions that I see here. And I think Colleen has already answered that about from which source are you getting product reviews? Is it possible to add more than 10,000 ASINs? Yes, we'll definitely be able to accommodate enterprise numbers for product review tracking. I think our pricing page only allows up to 4,300 for product review tracking, or 10,000. So you have here 10,000 ASINs that you can check for product reviews, but we can definitely do more than that if you need more. So just let us know and we'd be happy to help you out with that. All right. Going back here to our demo, let's jump into the seller feedback. Again, seller feedback is the review of your store as a whole and you as a seller. And we've created a lot of great content about seller feedback and how it affects your sales on Amazon, of course, winning the buy box, how it affects your organic searches, your coupons and promotions. So it's also important that you track your seller feedback. And you'll notice here that unlike product reviews, you'll see a lot of great information here for seller feedback. That's because we can associate an order number to an actual rating, right? So here in their seller feedback page in FeedbackFive, what we do is we go back as far as 90 days. And every time someone left 3 stars and below, the request removal column would be hyperlinked. You'll see the comments here, the order date, the SKUs, a lot of great information that you can use That's because the Amazon policy states that you can contact the buyer with no more than one polite request to remove a negative seller feedback after resolving their problem. So maybe they received the wrong item or wrong size, wrong color. You can contact them in buyer seller messaging after looking to their order number. And then once you made amends with them or settled their concern, you can just click the request or removal here, the hyperlink. All right. Let them know that you'll send them another email. And this template here, you can customize the content. Just make sure to keep this link. This link allows your buyers to remove the negative seller feedback in just 2 clicks. And once they've done that, it would be permanently removed from your seller feedback page. All right. Intuitively, in Feedback 5, once you've sent out that email, the date will show up here that the removal template has been sent or removal request that has been sent. Okay. Your team can put case ID, notes. If the seller feedback has been removed, you can check the box here. And you have a few more columns here. Satisfaction columns to let you know if your buyer is satisfied with the delivery, the product as described, or the service as a whole. And this is also downloadable via CSV. All right. Now, so much for seller feedback. Another great feature in Feedback 5, which I personally love, is of course the orders page. All right, the orders page has your orders overview that allows you to see as far as 150 days back of your sales data, saves you for the hassle from jumping from one tool to another just to look into your sales trends. So Feedback 5 can show you trends either across all products or individual products. You can jump into interval of days to see how your sales are performing on a month-to-month comparison. All right. You also have here your order statistics by day, downloadable by a CSV. And it's good to see whether you're getting the patterns of buyers, a lot of repeat buyers on weekdays or first-time buyers on weekdays or weekends. You have your multi-unit orders on shopping events. So those are good data to look into to strategize your ads, your promotions, your coupon codes, and of course, your top selling products. You have here your byproduct that allows you to see whether this product is a top selling for past 7 days or 30 days. You have the dollar value. You also have the refund rate that you might want to pay attention, especially this busy season. Notice into some products that are getting high refund rate or refunded orders, and that way you can maybe put a hold in reordering it from your supplier for the meantime. All right, so that it might not impact your index inventory and performance index in Amazon. So that's something that you need to watch out as well. And if you want to see the order numbers that are aligned to this top selling product, just click the SKU and it will take you to the order data page that has all that order number. All right. So that being said, let's go back to our slide for today. All right. And you'll notice that with all the features that we've discussed today in Feedback 5 is more than just a feedback tool, right? Uh, we do provide you with a detailed analytics to deliver valuable information that can influence everything from your current and future email campaigns to important inventory and business decisions. You can automate sending feedback and review requests, monitor product reviews on your ASINs, and even your competitors' ASINs. Use that, take advantage of that, and receive alerts on positive and negative feedback or reviews. And of course, get analytics on ratings, reviews, feedbacks, and email campaigns. All right. So I know a lot of you would probably have a lot of questions right now, but just to remind you that you can email me directly if you need help signing up or setting up your Feedback 5 account. Colleen will share my email address on chat. And don't forget to use your coupon code Q4-2021. Use this coupon code to get 2 months free trial in Feedback 5. Colleen, I'll hand it over to you. Do we have any more questions about Feedback 5 that you need to address?
We might have one or two, so we can hang on for a few more minutes.
Yep. Hey.
I think I've responded to almost everybody here. Some people contacted us individually in the chat.
Thank you, Colleen. Thank you for doing that. And again, thank you everyone for for joining us. We're just waiting for a few more questions that are coming in here. Um, mhm. uh, some of the questions here. Can we still reply publicly to feedback, whether it's positive or negative? Not a, that's not allowed, that's not available anymore. It's not allowed anymore. See here. Are we allowed to softly upsell other products in your review and request emails? That's not allowed, Rebecca. Any marketing or cross-selling activities in your review request is not allowed. I think Colleen also answered that one. See here. Yep. Unfortunately, Amazon took away the ability for sellers to comment on reviews publicly. But yes, that is correct. And right now, Amazon launched a new feature. Right now, it's only available for brand registered sellers. But if you're brand registered, that's also an opportunity that you want to take advantage. You'll have an opportunity to contact your buyer to, make amends about negative product reviews, and that's through courtesy refund or just contacting about the reviews. There's a template there, but those are non-customizable as well. But it's a good start. Hopefully Amazon will be able to have that same feature to all the sellers and have it available to all sellers as well. All right. I don't see any more questions here. Am I missing any questions, Colleen?
One last question just came in from Rebecca. When you request the review to be removed through FeedbackFive, does it go to Amazon request removal or the customer? So it does. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Janine, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it will actually launch Amazon's Seller Central and take you directly to the templates where you have the options to offer a courtesy refund or ask them some more questions there via the template about the product.
That is right. Mm-hmm. Well, we do have, I think we do have a blog article on that. I think it's something that we wanted to share with you. I'll make sure to.
Yes, I shared that in the chat earlier.
Yeah, I think that's a very good article that you can read about utilizing that feature that Amazon has just recently launched. All right. And well, looks like we don't have any more questions. We'll make sure to, some of the questions that we haven't addressed here, we'll make sure to reply to you via email. And I really appreciate everyone who joined us today and stick out until the Q&A section. That concludes our FeedbackFive demo for today.